Saturday morning, garage sales. Not much to go with, but Streetside Anthony's had a sale, and I picked up some keys. Let's see what I got and why. Let's talk about them up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, comic book community. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. And please like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. We're just on the precipice of 4,500 subscribers. And then we'll be moving on to 5,000. In the meantime, follow us on the other social medias, Instagram, Bronzeville_comics, Whatnot, the same, Bronzeville_comics. I sell on Whatnot every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And I will be doing some pop-up shows over the next several weeks. On weekdays. In addition, there is a link in the description of this video. If you've not yet signed on to Whatnot, you can use the link, get $5 off your first purchase, and it doesn't have to be with me. Also, in the description is my email and my eBay store. So, I was searching for yard sales, and I did a search, and I was coming up with bupkis. Generally speaking, I like to, when I'm searching different sites for that have yard sales and whatnot, I kind of do a keyword search for comic. And one of the things that annoys me is when it's like I see something promising, huge yard sale, blah, 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 click, no comic books, no video games. Okay, we move on. So I contacted a couple of people who were setting up yard sales for Saturday to see what they had. So, and these weren't close by. So, basically it's like I have to go across a bridge to get to these yard sales. Because where I am in just north of New York City, you need to do a bridge to go out to Long Island. You need to do a bridge to get into northern Jersey, and other parts of suburban New York. So, I want to make sure that if I'm going to venture out and pay the tolls and spend the time in the car going and coming, that's worth my while. So I reached out to one person who had a sale listed. I think their actually sale started on Friday, and I'm like, how many comics do you have, and how old are they, and what titles are usually the questions that I ask. And somebody's like, I have about 20 comic books. Yeah, pass. And another person, this kind of annoyed me. I sent them those same questions. I said, "See, you said you're going to have comics at your garage sale. I'd be interested." And I asked the questions. They go, "Thanks. See you at the sale." No, you won't, because I can't take that chance. And then, oftentimes, they'll have pictures of the various things they have, and if comics is one of them, you try to glean if there's anything in there. And there are two types of ways that people who do yard sales / estate sales take pictures. One is where they stage the books and they put the best books up front, or like nearly the best books, like maybe, a couple of like good keys, and then like a run filler to make it look like they don't know what they have, but the good keys are like, oh, those are good. Do they have better? And sometimes they'll just post like boxes, like the tops, like a long box, just the top of the long box. So I was flipping through, and they were cleaning out the house from, basement to attic or whatever. And they had a lot of old stuff. And I'm clicking through the pictures, click, 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 click. And I'm going through, oh, wow, this is old stuff. Like the stuff was from like 50s and 60s, it seemed. That's how long these people have been in the house. And they get to the comic books, and I open it up, and it's a binders with those full-size sheet protectors in them and comic books in there. Every single comic book was Classics Illustrated. So I did not go to that yard sale. So I couldn't really find anything worthwhile going to in terms of yard sale, but Streetside Anthony was kind of premiering the books that he's going to be bringing to Terrificon. So kind of gave folks a first chance at those books, some of the books, and he still has some to go through. He will be, I think it's booth, I'm not sure, the booth 517, 537, something like that. He'll be at Terrificon. I'm going to try to get up there on Saturday. If you see me at Terrificon up in Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, just say hi. Always enjoy talking to people who support the channel. Also set up with Streetside was my buddy Aaron, who is a great member of the community, good supporter of the channel. We actually were online together at the first day of Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con last fall, and just had time to chat and everything. So he was setting up, so I picked up some books. I'm not going to pass up a Justice League Dark book at this point in time. And, you know, I've been speculating pretty heavily on these characters. So even if we move on to something else. Speaking of which, this is a book, if you watch the channel, I never pass up on this. And this is a pretty sharp copy. Got a couple of spine ticks, but really sharp nonetheless. Shade the Changing Man #1. First appearance of Shade the Changing Man, who does... He later had his own Vertigo series, and I don't think he's in this iteration. He does become a member of the Justice League Dark. Steve Ditko did story and art on this, so that I always pick up. Then I saw this book, and this is kind of key. I already have a copy of this, but this Justice League of America 138. So the Justice League Dark will either be a sale or spec book. Shade is definitely a spec. This is a save book, because this is like in the 9s, and it does have some key significance because it has this gorgeous Neil Adams cover with Adam Strange, who was the first of a 2-part story where he gets married in the second part. But I picked this up when I was like 10 years old, and I think I still have the same copy that 10-year-old me bought. And I haven't really gone through that part of my PC, and because I did that several years ago before I really even knew about CGC grading or anything. And I just... started to I don't have the condition, but I imagine this is an upgrade on that. So I thought that was a great book to upgrade. This book is in high grade. I think I may attempt to slab this. It's kind of like a borderline 9/8. There's I think there's something on the spine. I'm not sure if it's the back cover coming around or whatever. X-Men Adventures 1. And I think it was just today that they showed a preview clip of the new series, the X-Men 1997 series that they're doing on Disney Plus. So I already have a 9/8 of this, and I have another potential. And then I picked up this book as well for a few reasons. Actually, for 2 reasons, and there's a third reason. This is DC Special #4. So this was I don't know if it had a regular publishing schedule, but I've been picking up, I think there were, I'm going to say 19 issues. There were different DC Special series. There's like DC Special series and DC Special. DC Special was the first of them. It came out, I think, first in 1968 as this gorgeous Neil Adams cover. And I've been low-key picking up this run, just kind of when I see it, when I get in a collection or whatever, just kind of put them to the side. They're mostly reprints of other books, and DC just kind of put some reprint stuff together that shared a common theme. But this is actually the first appearance of Abel. And I can never keep straight. They had 2 narrators in their horror anthologies, starting in the late 60s and into the 70s, through the 70s and into the 80s, The House of Secrets and The House of Mystery. One of them was narrated by Cain and the other by Abel. And Abel's first appearance is here, named after they are the biblical brothers, the sons of Adam and Eve. And basically, Cain keeps killing Abel. And if you watch the Sandman series on Netflix, those 2 characters are in that. So they were basically the narrators, sort of like, of these anthologies. Those are the books I picked up from Aaron. Then from Anthony, I picked up some books. This book I just couldn't bypass. It's the 4th of a 4-issue series of Room 222, a series that I have very vague memories of watching as a child. I liked some of these TV books. So I also, just, what the heck. Adele 15th Center, nice photo cover. This I picked up with a little bit of spec in mind. This is going to go in my spec pile. It's X-Men 2 comic book adaptation, prominently featuring Halle Berry's Storm on the cover. And we saw how that Elektra book with Jennifer Garner took off recently. Rumors, unconfirmed, that Halle Berry's going to be in that. So that'll spec this. I'll probably move this one, although it's pretty sharp. It's Thor 339, the first appearance of Stormbreaker. I think it's the third appearance of Beta Ray Bill. And in addition, it is a newsstand. So that's pretty good. This I also picked up just to kind of sell it. And it's Spider-Boy #1. Nothing to do with the current Spider-Boy, but I figured I'd grab that. Then this book, I think I'm going to slab this one. I think it has a shot at the 9.8. And don't laugh at me when you see it until you see all of it, because this is a book you're going to see iterations of if you go to garage sales, flea markets, anything, right? You will see iterations of this. There's no place you're going to go that's going to have more than a pile full of comics where you're going to see this book. And it's Superman 75 Death of Superman. But it's the fourth print, and it's a newsstand. So that is fairly rare. The other way you can tell the fourth print is that the trade dress is green. But this is really sharp. The only thing is that the bottom of the spine has a mild abrasion to it. I don't even know if the camera will pick it up well. So I might throw this either in a 9.6 or 9.8 pre-screen, see how it looks after press. I'll probably sell this, a Fantastic Four 273. First appearance of Nathaniel Richards, who is related to Kang. This I think I'm gonna slab this book. I keep picking this book up. It's also like a spec slab. Miracle Man #1. This is a really minty copy, and I've talked about this on the channel before. It's got the great Alan Moore story. Second time I picked this book up in the last week. Earth 219, first appearance of Val Zod. Michael B. Jordan was attached to a project that's in limbo. Pretty much anybody attached to any project in Hollywood is in limbo right now, but that's a good book. And then I picked up Barbie #1. Still in the poly bag. It's a newsstand. I'm going to sell this. And I went to see the Barbie movie tonight with the family. So we had a lot of fun. It's a multifaceted movie. It's got a lot going on. And even my wife was glad that we kind of dragged her to it. The kids enjoyed it, so it was a fun time. I recommend it. Then I have to keep picking this book up. This first Riri cover as Ironheart. This was an Infuego book during the height of the comic boom. It had, the comic boom came, and then the Riri series was announced, and people were jumping all over Riri keys. And the fact of the matter was, nobody had slabbed them at the time. I might slab this. And so then people started slabbing it. This has some mild foxing on the back, so I may look to see if I can remove that with light. But it's Detective 647, newsstand. This is the first appearance of Stephanie Brown, daughter of the Clue Master, who becomes the spoiler. And this is a hardcore spec book. It's not a 9.8 candidate, but it's in the, it's like a 9.2 maybe. I had recently come across a copy of this, not as nice as this, and it's Sunfire and Big Hero 6 #1. So we all know that we saw an iteration of Baymax and Hero, right? In the Big Hero 6 Disney animated film. And the final book I picked up, The Biggest Key, and this is pretty sharp. It's probably not a 9.8. I see a spine tick, but it is a pretty nice book. Nice key is Daredevil 181, The Death of Elektra. Something tells me we're going to see that play out again. And maybe there's something subliminal, because I just watched with one of my kids the Daredevil movie, just to give them context. Although they're probably won't be old enough to see Deadpool, although they could be by the time the movie actually comes out. So that's it. A little mini haul for today. Couldn't get to any garage sales, but I figured I'd get some comic books anyway. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Barbie comics. Obviously, it would be kind of fun to find Barbie and Kent #1, but that is a very hard to find book. I wonder how many people collect Barbie comics are more Barbie collectors as opposed to comic book collectors, and what's the intersection of that Venn diagram. So anyway, that's it. Nice quick video for me today. Let me know what you think about my pickups. Let me know if you've seen Barbie. Okay, I was told to wear this to Oppenheimer, but I guess we went to Barbie instead. Anyway, that's it for today. You can take a look at a couple of my other videos here, and this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.